and dark sensory fibers to plexus pelvinus. And from plexus pelvinus, two main ways for afferent innervation. First way, through nervi splanchnici pelvini, and another way through nervi splanchnici sacralis. If we pass through nervi splanchnici pelvini, we goes to plexus sacralis, then we goes to nervi sacralis, and where is first sensory neuron?
Anterior, posterior.
What is it? In
Ganglion.
posterior. Ganglion.
No.
Spinalis, spinal ganglion. Spinal ganglion of sacral nerves. That is first neuron for sensory innervation through nervis splanchnici pelvini. Clear it is? Next we discuss what happened with axon of this first sensory neuron. It goes to spinal cord and finish in second neuron, but in a minute. Now we discuss how to goes to first neuron. From inner organ goes to spinal ganglion. One way you already know, through plexus vesicalis to plexus pelvinus, then nervis splanchnici pelvini, plexus sacralis, sacral nerves, and first neuron in spinal ganglion of sacral nerves. That is one way. Another way, through plexus pelvinus, goes to sacralis, from nervis splanchnici sacralis, through rami interganglionaris, goes to rami communicans albi, and goes to upper lumbar nerves. Clear it is? And in this case, first neuron in spinal ganglion of upper lumbar nerves. Clear it is? Now, from liver, plexus hepaticus goes to plexus celiacus. From kidney, plexus renalis goes to plexus. From small intestine, plexus mesentericus superior goes to plexus celiacus. And from plexus celiacus, one way through nervi, what? Nervus splanchnicus major, nervus splanchnicus minor, and nervis splanchnici imus and lumbalis. Then rami communicans albi goes to thoracic and upper lumbar nerves. Clear it is? And continues into spinal ganglion. If you speak about nervus splanchnicus major, in this case, first neuron in spinal ganglion of which thoracic nerves? T5 to T9. If it is nervus splanchnicus minor, it is 11. If it is imus and lumbalis, L1, L3, L1, L3. Okay. Yes. That is first way through splanchnic nerves, through sympathetic trunk, through rami communicans albi, spinal nerves, and first neuron in spinal ganglion of thoracic and upper lumbar nerves. That is one way. Another way through vagus nerve. Through vagus nerve. That is, from plexus celiacus goes to rami celiaci, goes to plexus posterior, goes to truncus vagalis, nervus vagus, and where will first sensory neuron? What is this ganglion in vagus nerve? Who remember what is the name of ganglion in vagus nerve? No. Vagus nerve has two ganglions. in the region of jugular foramen, superior and inferior. I think that this ganglion is ganglion inferior because superior ganglion only on the head. Inferior ganglion of the vagus nerve, that is first neuron. And what is second neuron for vagus nerve? Remember, what is the name of sensory nucleus of vagus nerve? Nucleus, Robinson? Please? No? Who know? Allergy. You must answer.
Put option.
No, vagus nerve has 3 nuclei. Nucleus dorsalis, it is vegetative. Nucleus ambiguus, it is motor. And what is a sensory nucleus? Solitarius. That is second neuron, nucleus solitarius. That is another way. Now, if I ask you next time sensory innervation of kidney, you start from kidney through plexus renalis, goes to plexus celiacus, from celiac plexus one way through splanchnic nerves, sympathetic trunk, rami communicans albi, and thoracic and upper lumbar nerves, goes to spinal ganglion. That is one way. Another way through rami celiaci, plexus gastricus posterior, trunce vagalis, and nervus vagus, goes to ganglion inferior, and then continues to second neuron in nucleus solitarius. Ambiguous, it is motor. It is solitarius. And now sensory innervation on the head. Have you got diagram of trigeminal nerve? Maybe here. Trigeminal nerve. Yes. It is red color, that is sensory fibers. For example, sensory innervation of lacrimal gland. What is it? Nervus lacrimalis, then Robinson, nervus ophthalmicus, very good, and first neuron in ganglion. What is this ganglion? In trigeminal nerve. No. Ganglion trigeminale, trigeminal ganglion trigeminale. And from here goes to second neuron in nucleus spinalis, or in nucleus pontinus, or in nucleus mesencephalicus. Good. That is lacrimal gland. Sensory innervation of eyeball. Nervi ciliaris brevis and nervi ciliaris longus. They goes to nervus nasociliaris, the nervus ophthalmicus, first neuron, ganglion trigeminale, second nucleus spinalis, pontinus, and mesencephalicus. What about sensory innervation of parotid gland? Nervus auricula temporalis, the nervus mandibularis, ganglion trigeminalis, that is first neuron. Cletis. All sensory innervation on the head through trigeminal nerve. On the neck, in thoracic cage, in abdominal cavity, necessary to draw or to answer 2 ways. One way through sympathetic trunk and goes to first neuron in ganglion spinale. Another way through vagus nerve or through splanchnic, nervus splanchnici pulvini and sacral plexus. Cletis. And now, we already comes to ganglion spinale. Here it is. That is spinal nerve, and we already comes to ganglion spinale, first neuron in spinal ganglion, first neuron in spinal ganglion. From here, axon of this first neuron goes to spinal cord and finish in second neuron. And what is the second neuron? In a spinal cord. They are sensory nuclei where in posterior horn. Do you remember some nuclei in posterior horn? Please try to answer. Which nucleus, Robinson, do you know in posterior horn? Who knows? For example, nuclei proprii. Do you remember they conduct temperature and pain? For example, pain from bladder, from urinary bladder, pass through all of these nerves, goes to spinal ganglion, and from spinal ganglion goes to second neuron in nuclei proprii. For example, second neuron in nuclei proprii. In this case, which tract starts from this nucleus? Tractus spinothalamicus lateralis. Tractus spinothalamicus lateralis. It goes to lemniscus medialis and goes to lateral nuclei of thalamus, and then through internal capsule goes to cortex. It is gyrus postcentralis. That is one way for interoceptive analyzer. Another way through fasciculus gracilis and cuneatus. In this case, second neuron in nucleus gracilis and cuneatus, and the same lemniscus medialis, thalamus and brain cortex. Clear? Heat is maybe substantia gelatinosa. In this case, it will tractus spinothalamicus anterior. That is why if first neuron in spinal ganglion, second neuron in sensory nuclei of posterior horn, and in nucleus gracilis and cuneatus in medulla. Then another way through vagus nerve, and in vagus nerve we have first neuron in ganglion inferior or ganglion superior, and second neuron in nucleus solitarius, and then the same goes to lemniscus medialis. That is vagus nerve, and the same it is for glossopharyngeal nerve. This nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve. Have you got here glossopharyngeal nerve? No? No. Okay. It also, for example, ramipharyngeal of glossopharyngeal nerve, then nerve and first neuron in ganglion inferior of glossopharyngeal nerve, and second neuron for glossopharyngeal the same, nucleus solitarius like in vagus nerve. And last, sensory innervation on the head through trigeminal nerve, that is nervus trigeminus, ophthalmicus, maxillaris and mandibularis. Everything on the head conduct afferent innervation through trigeminal nerve. And first neuron in ganglion trigeminale, second neuron in nucleus pontinus or nucleus spinalis or nucleus mesencephalicus, and from here the same goes to lemniscus medialis and goes to brain cortex. That is diagram of interoceptive analyzer. Have you got manual? Manual. In your manual, this diagram is present. Look here at page 149. That is diagram of interoceptive analyzer, and you need to draw this diagram next time. And innervation, sensor innervation of all inner organs.
One diagram.
Only this diagram, and you need to answer sensor innervation. I give you rectum or bladder or liver, kidney, or organs on the neck, on the head, and you will describe sensor afferent innervation of inner organs. And this diagram. Have you got any questions? That is all.